Hi everyone, welcome to Brent's Music Buzz Backstage Pass on the interview couch today with Dave Christen. It's our first interview together, and today we're going to be talking about this beautiful, magnificent place down in the far west Texas where the Wanda blows and the Rio Grande flows from Lajitas to Boquillas and everything in between. This beautiful, beautiful place, and the songs that he's written there, the magic that's happened, all the recordings he's done there. And Dave, tell us about your love for this place and how these songs come about.
Well, it probably started decades ago when my hiking crew. I did a lot of hiking in my day. I've been on a lot of peaks and a lot of places, a lot of beautiful places. But hiking the Big Bend area the scenery there is just so prolific, and the Texas feel is just so prolific there. I've always had an affinity for the desert, and Big Bend not only has the desert but has the Chisos Mountains and the river, but the desert is just epic there. The scenery is just unbelievable, and it just keeps drawing me back and back and back over the years.
It's in your blood.
Yes, so
I know that you've made a lot of really good friends down there. It is such a tight-knit artistic community. It's filled with so much unbelievable talent down there. It's just an amazing experience.
That has taken years to build, going down there and meeting people and talking to people and playing music on the porch and going to the song circles and going to the venues and playing the venues. Yeah, it takes a lot of years to get in with the group down there and have them accept you, because they're a very tight-knit community, very resistant to tourists and visitors and stuff. So I was able to connect with those people by music, playing music in the gas station, at the store, and on the porch, and in the community center, and down under the bridge by La Kiva. So many years of going there.
And when we first met, that's the first place he had to take me to. So he dropped me in on the desert hiking and the community, and it's been amazing. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. And you've written some songs. You wrote Terlingua Moon.
Terlingua Moon, yes. It's a kind of a song about speaking to the Terlingua Moon, about the sky, and how the campfires, and where we sit around the campfires, and how you lose your blues, singing songs around the campfire. So that's kind of what that song is about. That feeling you get when you're down there with friends, and in the desert, and singing songs around the campfire in the middle of nowhere.
That's true, because you're down there, and when we're there, we have no TV, no outside world connection. So you're truly down there experiencing everything in the moment in this beautiful, beautiful place. Mm-hmm. And then you wrote a Texas history song, Don Pedro, and it's not about that area, but it is a true Texas history song, and you recorded it there with the Terlingua locals.
Well, it did take me years to culminate that song. I looked for co-writers, and eventually I was able to put it together. My partner and producer, Don Miracle, was able to kind of help me with the music a little bit, make sure that I kept it in that fifth mode of the harmonic minor scale, and not make any mistakes once I got into the Spanish feel. But we did record it in the St. Agnes Church down there in Terlingua with all Terlingua locals, and I had a shrine set up with a picture and candles and everything, and it was just magic. Scott Walker on guitar played this spaghetti Western lead that was just unbelievable. And at the end of the song, right on cue, the Texas Desert Wind picks up and rings the bell in approval of what we were doing, paying homage to a Texas icon, a healer, and a historic figure, Texas figure. So.
Well, and now you're releasing Dirty Water.
Right. That song is just basically about the culmination of all these years of being fascinated with the park and the scenery, the Big Bend, and going through the park.
It's also about your adventures and the people you've met.
And recording there, and all the friends I've made there, and all the local musicians that we record with, and wash myself in dirty water in Terlingua. It's just about that magical Texas feel. It's just West Texas like there's no other West Texas, and that's the way it feels down there.
It has this great bluesy rock feel to it. It's an incredible song, and I love it. But I love Terlingua and Big Bend and the people there too, and I feel it on multiple levels from my experiences and knowing these people and the places that he's writing about too. And then just this incredible writing and this vibrations that you get from the song itself. It's just so cool.
But we just, that song is not recorded down there. But the songs that we have recorded down there with Terlingua locals, we go into the church and it's just magic. It's just magic because the musicians are just so phenomenal. I go down there unrehearsed and we go in and cut one takes in the church with Scott Walker and Moses Martinez and Bill Palmer on the engineering and actually on guitar on some of the songs too. But Texas icons like Butch Hancock, we run into him down there. Rory Hancock, we hang around with his son, and so it's a phenomenal place, and it's just a great music town, and it's so nice to be connected to it and connected to the people down there.
Yeah, and DB's Rustic Barbecue and Johnny on the Hill.
Johnny Holland, that's right. He's a big Terlingua local down there. I stay at his place, and Don Bachman with Bevia,
and I don't like to get political, but right now y'all need to be aware of what's happening down there with the border situation. There's some really serious stuff. We should not have a border wall down there. So yeah, I'm trying to do my part, sending koozies and buttons down to kind of campaign against the border wall. Yes, we don't need a border wall in Big Bend. It's such a desolate area that anybody trying to cross there is, not very likely going to survive. So it's not the place you need a big border wall. It could easily be done with drones and other types of electronic technology. So we just don't need that. Exactly. And we've just seen what happened with the buoys, that they want to put all the buoys in the Rio Grande. We've seen what happened to those in this recent flooding this weekend. So that's a lesson learned where they didn't pay attention to things they should have. But yes. No, this Terlingua can be not Terlingua so much, but Big Bend can be this unforgiving land, so they don't need a border because it's so hard to cross over. I mean, they're not going to survive. The place used to be under the ocean. The volcanoes created the mountains that were under the ocean. Then they were a marshland. We've had dinosaurs, the history, the majesty and the grandeur of this magnificent place. And the wildlife and the ecosystem is all in jeopardy with what they're wanting to do with the border wall. So that's enough of my political spill on this. But
the whole area is magical. Between Alpine and Marfa, we spend time doing gigs up there too, and the whole area, Fort Stockton, and the whole area is just a magical place. And I highly recommend that you make sure and visit it sometime in your life because it'll wow you just like it has me over the years and years and years I've been going there.
It gets in your blood.
Yeah,
it does. It gets in your blood. I hope you'll check out his new song, all of his songs, but his new one right now, Dirty Water. I'm going to post it on here. Check it out.
It'll get in your head. It'll get in your head because it's kind of a little hard edge.
You're going to feel it. You're going to feel it. All right. So another song that you wrote that was attributed to Big Bend is A Place Under the Sun.
Oh, yeah, I did that years ago. Had my whole band come down there and we filmed in the Big Bend landscape.
Kind of down on the Boquillas area too, wasn't it?
It's a really cool song. You'll have to look it up online. I think I have it posted under Ryder Crow, one of my other band names. But yeah, that's a really great song, and I had brought my whole band down there to stand in that prolific landscape and make a video down there. So appreciate you, Brent's Backstage Music Buzz, however you say it, and it's been great. Thank you so much.
Brent's Music Buzz, Backstage Pass. Thank you, Dave Christen.
Okay. We'll see you next time. Back to your regular scheduled programming now.